Okay. And obviously, as you can see, this moves. So it's really important that you aim to try and keep that as sturdy and as still as possible as you're rotating. And you don't want to be twisting through your hips. You want to keep your hips straight in a line and just using your arm to actually produce the movement. There we go. If we do 10 of those.
Is it right that I feel a lot of tension in my left hamstring?
No. We're not working hamstrings today.
Because I'm having to stabilise.
You do have to stabilise, that's right. So
I feel everything here.
You will feel the tension on that whole side of your body because you're having to you're using the weight and you're pulling it onto the opposite side of your body. So this part of your body, this whole side, is having to work. Yeah.
So I do feel it when I get to a certain point.
Yeah.
But a hell of a lot of tension here.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Less on this way. So what does that tell you? What's going on with me? Because I don't feel no tension in my
hamstring on this side.
No.
So it will indicate that something on this side of the body is compensating somewhere. So you would have had maybe an injury through the hip.
Yeah, 2001 I came off my bike and I fractured my skull, took my shoulder out. Yeah, I had a lot going on.
Really? On this side of the body?
On my left side. I went over my ankle and it's never ever been right since.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're talking about that whole left side, there is things going on.
Yeah. And S&C, that's what S&C is for. It's to address the things that are going on without you realising until you're put into positions that highlight and magnify the issues.
Definitely feel it all inner, but on the other side, nothing. I feel it working the trunk where it's supposed to.
Okay, you feel it working the trunk.
Yeah.
Good. So that is for the trunk.
Okay.
Just to clarify.
So yeah, that obviously identifies to me that something's going on that needs addressing.
Yeah.
What that will be, I don't know. So would that be a case of doing a lot more exercises to try and identify, or?
I mean, personally, I think you would have to just let a surgeon rip you apart, cut you open,
none of that.
take everything out and then put it back in.
No, thank you. I'd rather work the hard-fashioned way. Massage, therapy. Put smart brains together.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
If you have, the great thing about the body is that there is nothing it can't recover from unless there is permanent neural nerve damage. So unless there is permanent nerve damage, there is a way. There is always a way of correcting a postural dysfunction.
Yeah.
So somewhere, as Dwayne explained, that he had an accident that has obviously caused his body to become dysfunctional in one way or another.
That's normally dysfunctional up here, you know. Up here is dysfunctional.
I think that's permanent for both of us.
Yeah, all right.
That's a different kind of therapy. But there is always a therapy, there is always something, a service that we can take advantage of, especially with all the technology that we have that analyse biomechanics and how our body moves to address these things. And they can be addressed, but it's so important that we don't run before we can walk.
Absolutely.
It's having to do the exercises that are boring, go to the treatment sessions that are boring and painful at times, but that is the only way you can move forward. You have to come back sometimes to then be able to push forward. So it's important that you get that sorted, Dwayne.
All right. Last exercise, legs.
Yes. We're going to do some power clean.
All right, let's get it going.
And then should we just put 15s back on? Is that all right for you?
Yeah.
Or is that going to be too light for you to the point where you hit your
I ain't
chin?
cleaned in probably like 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do cleans.
No way.
I don't do no form of...
Can you clean?
Yeah. My best is 150.
Ooh.
But I haven't done it since I was in my early 20s.
Really?
So I haven't done this in a long time.
Okay, so in that case, let's do some front squats with the bar, just to wake everything up in that position. There we go. Just do 10 for me, Dwayne.
Why is it always 10?
10's a good number.
Oh, God.
It's enough to wake things up a little bit, get you warm. Why is it always 10?
I'm aching
We can
already.
make it 20.
No, thanks. So if I was losing weight loss, would I do 10 reps or 20?
You do 100.
No, thank you. Just to be spiteful. I think that's 10, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Let's do that. And then what I want you to do is just pull the bar up as well. Just do some high pulls, yeah. Good, come up on your toes. Good. Dwayne's getting lazy already.
Shut it.
These are like upright rows. Springy upright rows.
You know what? Here, you do a demonstration. That's what you get. How about that?
No.
Right, demonstration.
Okay, demonstration. So what I want Dwayne to do is a clean. I haven't got my lifting shoes on today.
Excuses.
Okay, so a clean, we're gonna do power cleans, okay? So a power clean is when you catch the bar high. A full clean is when you catch the bar low. Athletes, all sports other than Olympic lifters, you won't necessarily find them doing a full clean to the floor.
Right.
They don't have to go that low.
Yep.
And it can be, it's more advantageous for track athletes to do a power clean,
Right.
because they require far more explosive power.
Yep.
And also you're also protecting the knee from
Right.
stressing the knee.
Right.
Whereas if they're not comfortable, they're not used to actually producing the movement to the floor,
Yep.
then they are likely to cause some kind of inflammation or
Okay.
aggravation to the knee. So you will rarely find athletes producing the movement where they're doing a full power clean. So a full clean.
Yeah.
Power cleans are where you catch them high. And just catching it high. Getting your hips in.
Tilt to your side.
Like so.
Mm-hmm.
Turn to the side so you don't have to see my face. Ooh.
Oh my God.
So you're here.
So that's what you're expecting me to do.
Yes.
Why the bounce off the thigh?
You're getting
Putting
your
the
hips
hips
in.
forward.
That's right.
Okay.
Can you do that?
No.
Yes, you can. So just with the bar D.
All right. Like this.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Check me out. All right. How do we progress from this?
So we're going to add some weight. So Dwayne did ask, he asked why the bounce off the thigh. So that is probably one of the most important parts of the movement to be able to get the full benefit of it. That's where the power is being produced at its highest point through the triple extension, which is ankle, knee, hip. Once you get to that point, if you're not using your hips to come through to carry the bar up, you're basically eliminating that power that's been produced, and you're then using your upper body to try and pull the weight.
Especially when it gets heavy.
Especially when it gets heavy. So it's really important that when you do this exercise, technically, it's really important that you learn how to get your hips through. Otherwise, it's not as effective as it should be.
Great explanation. David Attenborough, eat your heart out. BBC she's for hire. All right.
Let's go.
That was awful.
Pull all the way up. Good, catch it nice and high. Really flick your elbows underneath. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Lovely. Very nice.
There you have it. That was a little introduction to a S&C
A taster.
taster session.
Small, very tiny taste.
And that's just a little bit of what can be done in this broad
Massive.
horizon of sport and
Yeah.
development and power. So hope you guys find that what am I saying?
I don't know.
I hope you find that informative, despite all the comical jokes from myself. But I just like to have fun with what I'm doing.
Always.
And not make this too much of a boring environment. You can still have fun with what you do. Having good friends around you is important. And if you're all on the same page, it makes the goals that much more achievable.